Hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the week ahead forecast. Recording this on March 19th, so this should be for March 20th through the 26th. But if you find it outside of that time frame, it could still be applicable. As always, whenever I do these readings, I don't know what the title is going to be, so if the title brought you in, great. And as always, these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. And also, I may or may not be the reader for you, to be completely honest. There's a ton of great readers out there on YouTube and Twitch and elsewhere. So no hard feelings if you want to click off. Totally get it. And we're in that last little bit of Pisces season. The next new moon, which is coming up in a couple of days, I think it's on the 21st, is going to be the start of Aries season. So that's going to be extra fun because I believe that also falls on the spring equinox for those of us in the northern hemisphere. And I think there's some other stuff going on this week as far as astrological happenings. As always, I am not an astrologer, so you'll want to defer to someone else for all that info because there's a lot. Anyway, I think that is it. I know the intro I recorded for the last week ahead was very long, so this one I'm intentionally being very short about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reading. All right, let's get into the Earth signs week ahead forecast, if you will. So if you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your chart, I don't know why at one point my brain really wanted to say Libra. I know that is an air sign, so maybe you have Libra in your chart. I don't know. Who knows? Then this is going to be for you. As I've said in the other videos I've already recorded, maybe watch the other signs. We're all connected. Anyway, I'm going to pull a moon card and an Empyrean card, just because I've been doing that with the other signs so far, and also with the new moon in Aries coming up. Feels kind of appropriate, and also like the start of the astrological new year. So let's get that going, and then mainly just want to see like what do we need to work on, that type of thing. So Earth signs, to Earth sign viewers need to work on week ahead, new moon. We do not need all of those cards. We'll take 1, 2, or 3. See if another one comes out. One just flipped. There we go. That is our 3. Perfect. And for your reference, the one that flipped was the new moon in Taurus. Okay, and then for this deck, let's get 3 as well. I'm gonna go nice and slow. that is 3. Let's see, I'm gonna get that. And then I feel drawn to this deck. What do the earth signs need to hear for the week ahead? That is how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man. I will go ahead and take it. At the bottom of the deck is the world upright. And then we have a lot of swords. Holy moly. Okay. We have the 5 of Pentacles reverse, the Hierophant reverse, the 5 of Swords upright, the 10 of Swords upright, Justice, makes sense why I brought up Libra, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Tower reverse. And somehow that all fits. I love my table here. There we go. Okay. The main thing I'm really drawn to is how this card, and this card, they're all looking straight at me. The rest of them, they're not looking directly at me. They're looking off to the side, or they're not even looking, or they're looking behind, or they don't even face me head on. But these 3, it's like I'm being watched. So maybe you're being watched. I don't normally comment on that, so I guess be aware. And then just want to quickly look. Yeah, no, we didn't have anything that flipped in the deck, so overall energy, the bottom of the deck is the world, so I can't remember who it was, but there was another sign that, another element that had the world reverse come out for their reading, so that might apply here. But the main thing I get is just a cycle completing, something closing out. You've gone through the major arcana, you know, you've leveled up. But we also have all this stuff going on too. So let's see. I want to move these because these feel connected to me with that like staring at me kind of feeling that I got. And then these, yeah, feel connected. Okay, so the main thing I'm getting with the being watched thing is that, man, oh, it's just so creepy. Every time I keep trying to talk about it, it really just throws me off. So it definitely feels like a watch your back, which calls me to this card, even though this would be more like, you know, fighting with yourself, because those other people aren't armed. They've given up on the fight. Their swords are down. This person's carrying it. So maybe the person watching is the one that wants to instigate stuff, or maybe it's just someone that's just always ready to fight, and that's just like wants to start stuff. But the other thing I'm really drawn to is just how everyone's holding on to stuff really tightly here. Like the Hierophant's holding on to, I can't think of what that thing's called, but he's holding really tightly onto that. Justice is holding tightly onto the sword of truth, and then holding onto the balances. And then the Four Pentacles guy is holding so tightly onto that main pinnacle down here. Oh goodness, this feels so specific, but it's like, it's that whole thing of like the sort of truth that I'm drawn to is like, you know, as long as you're honest, and if you're being watched, and whether it's at work or wherever, personal or traveling or whatever, as long as you're honest, and, you know, justice will happen. And, you know, definitely I just had it, hold on. It's like, not that you have to save a bunch of money, it's the feeling is more of like, be careful who you're giving money to, whether it's for, you know, lending it to friends and family, or scams, or what have you. You need to be careful. This whole like being watched thing. That, or maybe you're asking for money and like that person's uncomfortable with it, so they're just like, when are you gonna pay me back? And they're like hassling you about it. I don't know. Yeah, with the Hierophant reverse, the main thing that I'm keep coming back to is it's either, oh, he's holding on to this, or the keys, which the keys then just take me to the Five of Pentacles, because in the Light Seers, it's a young lady weeping outside of a door, but doesn't realize that there's a key right there. So it's like, yo, you have the key, which I mean would be this card reverse, is like, you have the key, you can go in. So you have a way to get away from this. And then, like I said earlier about the Five of Swords, it's just someone that's like instigating all this stuff, and these other people, they've already put down their swords and they're walking away, and then you have this person that's like, I'm picking up other people's swords and I have my own, and I just want to fight. Moving on to the Ten of Swords here, which I feel like is tied with the Tower reverse here. A little bit of the Five of Pentacles here is, you know, the 10 and the tarot is something that's like completed, which ties into the world. You know, you're done. You know, this person is done. All their struggles, they've gone through it. I'm also drawn to the hand, which is the same hand pose as the Hierophant. So I feel like it's related with those three here. The Five of Pentacles reverse, the Hierophant reverse, and the Ten of Swords here. And the reason why I included the Five of Pentacles reverse is because that key analogy from earlier. Then with the Tower reverse, we have, oh goodness, I would say, I don't know why, but this is what's coming to my mind, is that like something that you went through a long time ago is being brought up again. Like usually when we talk about like a tower moment, we're talking about it upright, of like either things straightening out or how do I explain? It's like you have one of those eras in your life in which, you know, it's like a reckoning of sorts of, you know, losing a lot of friendships or only certain friends still sticking around. It could be beefing with your family and people not understanding. It's that sort of thing. So maybe that era of your life is coming back up, of like, you know, those people coming back, or maybe it's people talking about that. I don't know why I get that off of this card, but that is what I'm getting. Maybe you're just over it, of like, this in the past. I've already went through all of that. I already went through my tower moment. Why are you bringing this up? And maybe that's why you're being watched, is that it's something from the past and people are going to see how you're going to react to it all. Yeah, as long as you're honest, like, speak the truth, you should be fine. But I know sometimes people won't even accept the truth. They'd rather stir the pot, do all the online fighting and drama. Man, this really sucks. I am sorry. But that is what I'm getting off of these cards. Let's move into these and see what comes out for the, oh, that's funny. We have the new moon coming up. So the new moon, new start is coming. We have this card, which is Portal. And then we have a personal issue reaches resolution, yeah. Full moon in Cancer. And we have Amend. That feels like that's going to be applicable to what I just mentioned. We have first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested, and Light. Okay, let's see. So for the moon card, we got here we go. A new start is coming. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious, meaning good, cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you've asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Additional meanings for this card. A new start is on the way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well, and forget about the past. I definitely feel like that ties into a little bit of what I was talking about how with this card, and with this one, we've already gone through the cycle and we're starting new, and it kind of ties in with that new moon in Aries coming up, which is also like the start of the astrological year. So it's all about that new start. I'm gonna go ahead and get the next spot situated. Okay, so then for portal here, your mind is a landscape that you get to travel, and when you pay attention, you quickly become aware of the things that make it feel like dredging along in rugged terrain as opposed to walking through a meadow. We have all experienced the moments where we hear a song or smell a particular scent, and we are transported to another time and place. In other words, we enter a portal. When we can learn to create these portals for ourselves, life becomes more enchanting. Often the problem is simply our willingness to take the first step. Everyday portals can be choices, feelings, conversations, music, or quite literally anything you decide. For someone who is wanting to be healthier, cooking themselves dinner is a portal to a new way of being. It is not simply the action, but the feelings that come along with it that can open up an entirely new experience. The portal asks you to open your eyes. View each moment as a portal to the next. Where can you go? Which one do you want to step through? Where channels are often more thought and feeling oriented, portals also include action. Do not buy into any of the doubts you may be feeling. These old patterns are attempting to prevent you from growing. It's time to step boldly in the direction you want to go in. And the song that's tied to it is Alternate World by Sun Lux. And I'll link that down below. Okay. Then for this card, the full moon in Cancer, we have things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around you now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Additional meanings for this card. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. And have you had enough family time lately? It's interesting that I brought up family with some of these, so I feel like that ties in with this. It's always interesting to see how everything kind of ties together with the oracle cards and the tarot. And then for amend, even the strongest things can be fragile. Each moment can either build safety or destroy it. It can pull us further away or push us closer together. We can take our passions for granted or make too many demands of them, only to lose them altogether. Our razor tongue can slip and cut someone we love in a moment when they needed their wounds licked. To amend is to hold all that we care for and treat it with the respect it deserves. This may be preventative, but it may also be reparative. to tend to our past and diligently work to create the safety we once neglected. This is as much internal as it is external. We often inflict violence on ourselves more than on others. Where in your life do you need softer hands? What needs to be stitched up? It's time to redress those gashes. And then the song that's tied to this is Nights in White Satin by the Moody Blues, which definitely feels appropriate. And I definitely feel like this is tied to that bit that I picked up with the Tower of maybe like someone coming back with whatever, that whole watching thing, and maybe they're asking to mend things. Then for this one, the first quarter moon, it says, there could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. Additional meanings for this card are, the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Nope. Let me try again. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something, and you need to recommit to someone or something. And then finally, we have light. Light offers us the gift of being able to see more. It is a place of pure clarity, the space and time where everything makes sense. You're being asked to have the courage to light up the darkened spaces within you, to hold them in your hands, to examine them more closely. Do not confuse these spaces as being dark. Often there's brilliance that has been hidden away in these corners within us. In this place, we can better feel our own joy in the true light of the world. When we ignore our shadow, we tend to see it all around. Embrace it all, and you will get to experience that searing white light. And beyond that, you will learn how to turn it on within you. And the song that's tied to it is Stardust Chords by Greta Van Fleet. The companion to this, and I'm feeling compelled to share, is Dark Star. I believe that was in the fire sign reading, and I'll link it. So if you got that, you might want to look at that one. It's very interesting because everything's kind of tied together, but then it's also like we have the different themes that were coming out that I was picking up on the tarot also in here. So if there was stuff that I said for the tarot portion that resonated with you and you picked the particular card that ties in with that, that is definitely for you. Normally I don't mention stuff like that, but I feel like I should mention that. And then also, if any of this resonated, like, definitely please comment down below. If you liked the video, please like, all that good stuff. Sorry, it's just all the talking. Yeah, as always, really appreciate all the watchers, the viewers, the subscribers, the likes, all of it. I really hope this really helped someone, and that you have a good week, all things considered.